My name is Brenna Johnston.
My name is Chris Johnston.
And we hired Sonia V Photo for our wedding photography. There were a couple of things that were pretty important to both of us. We're pretty laid back and casual people, so we didn't want it to feel intimidating or intense. We wanted it to feel like us, effortless, like we were just living our lives on the best day of our lives, and there just happened to be someone there with a camera. I'd say the second biggest thing that was important to us is somebody who truly knew the wedding space inside and out, every nook and cranny, and came with so much experience. Because again, we've never been married before, so those are probably the top two most important things. So I first came in contact with Sonia V Photo at a local wedding expo. First of all, this beautiful booth caught my eye. There was a lovely book of past work, of prints, and then there was the Sonia V Photo team. The kind of people that you felt like you already knew. We just got talking and it was that instant comfort with the team. Not only did the team stick with me, but the work really stood out to me. A mix of beautiful, like lifestyle, editorial, but still this very intimate feel, which really aligned with what I was looking for. And then I think we did a little website creep and looked at the team socials and blown away. Mm-hmm. Absolutely blown away. So first impression was a lasting impression. I found on the wedding day with Sonia V Photo, they effortlessly blended in with the day. I think they really respect that the wedding day is busy and there's so much to do and there's so much emotion behind it and excitement. The team truly blended in with all of that. There was such a conscious focus to make sure that, those important pictures were taken. But we just noticed that it felt very effortless and comfortable and just very, very, it was fun as well, like we didn't want it to feel overly serious with our photo team. So we had fun.
Felt like really organized, Mm-hmm. I remember when they came to the spot where I was getting ready with my guys, just everything went really well, smooth, and mm-hmm. yeah, it was really fun.
We already knew that we were in the best hands, but just getting to see that small glimpse just blew us out of the water. We were just on a little mini moon. Email pops up within, I think, a week after our wedding, and it's sneak peek photos. I wouldn't call that a sneak peek. That was a very large amount of photos from the team. We were just, I don't even know how to describe it.
Yeah. Well, we were shocked.
Yeah.
I mean, to get them so fast, but
they were amazing. There was tears, there were laughs, there were a lot of, oh my gosh, and mm-hmm. Gasps. Again, we already knew that we were in the best hands, but the first sneak peek of that album was just, it blew us away. And we were so impressed with the skill and just the way she captured small moments that really were small split-second moments, but now we have that forever. Another exercise she kind of gave us, which we are glad that we did, before seeing any of those photos, make a list of those things that you remember. The smells, the sounds, those moments, make a list before those photos kind of come into frame. So we did that, and before we even opened up the album, it was a lot of waterworks. But again, I think that speaks to the passion that Sonia V Photo has. Couldn't have been in better hands. The amount of times I'm just like at work, or especially on nights, and I just will open the album up and just...
Yeah. She'll send me like a random picture. She just...
You're like, look at this. Yeah. One that immediately comes to mind. After our ceremony, there was a very brief moment with Chris's grandmother, who's 98 years old. She has been with us through the whole wedding planning process, knew the ins and outs, was always a sounding board for us. So to have that hug with her, first of all, was just the most incredible hug with her I've ever had, but it was captured. Somehow, with everything else going on and the shot list that Sonia V was focusing on, that moment was captured.
5 years down the road, it's going to feel even more special. You know? All of the photos when we were down that one lane, We wanted the car included in our wedding photos. I mean, we used the car in our engagement photos with Sonia. It just added an extra element, special element to it. My dad has had this car for years. Adds like a nice little touch to it.
I think there was a lot of space working with the team to reflect on those things that were important to us. There's a few photos where I remember I first looked at them and I thought I was looking at some very Vogue magazine. It just couldn't believe that was us and that was our day. It was just the most stunning photo. That one lives in my head. The team really knows how to pose you without feeling posed, still keeping that effortless element. The wedding day car photo set, we just absolutely adore.
Just kind of sentimental.
Oh my God, can I talk about the flat lays too?
Yeah, if you want.
Oh my God. Okay. Okay. Some other photos that really stood out to me from the team is the flat lays of our small details, from our rings to our vow books to just those little pieces. Those are details that I put a lot of effort into and really had a vision. So without a discussion, to see that Sonia had that same vision for those small details, the way she put them together and the way they were captured, we realized that she used the concrete pad of our hot tub as a background. It just, the way her mind works, and the way they executed those, again, speaks to how they really recognize what's important to you, even if it's down to a very minute detail. Those were ones in our gallery where we like really stopped and were like, how did they execute that? In every lifetime, we would work with Sonia V Photo. I cannot fathom that role being filled by anybody else. Could not recommend them enough to anybody who wants that effortless but very, very intentional documentation. If you are looking for somebody who knows the wedding industry inside and out and then some, we couldn't recommend Sonia V Photo enough.
100% all day long.